The highest return on investment for proper direct marketing is email. There was a recent survey from the DMA, and they found out that for every dollar you spend, you get $48 back. So that says it all, I think.
Email marketing has a huge potential for your business, but you've got to get it right or you risk having a negative effect on your customers and prospects. We spoke to the experts to get their top tips for successful email marketing.
Well, the first thing that I would recommend is to think about email marketing in terms of marketing and not sales. Too many people get started in email marketing. They think it's all about the hard sell and sending it out and blasting emails out to 1 million people, when really they should be just talking to their own customers and trying to develop the relationship with them, building customer loyalty, reinforcing why the customer chose you or why they should choose you. It's really about a two-way conversation and not just a one-way blasting out millions of messages to people who don't really want to hear from you.
Nobody gives a crap about your products. What they care about is they care about their own problems, and they care about finding answers to their own problems.
Probably one of the biggest mistakes that we see people make is they don't get permission before they start sending. They think that they have a big list of customer email addresses and it's okay to start sending them emails. And maybe legally it's technically okay, but those recipients don't always want to hear from you. So you've really got to get permission before you send out your first campaign to people.
The longer you wait between the time they sign up and the time you send them a welcome message increases the chances that they'll forget about you and potentially file a spam complaint. So the things you can include to send in your welcome message are what will be the content in that message, your future messages, and what kinds of, how frequently your message will be sent out, and also a link to unsubscribe in case they want to be removed.
Another mistake that a lot of new email marketers make is they get really overambitious with their HTML emails. They start to learn how to code a little HTML, and then all of a sudden they start embedding JavaScript, ActiveX controls, Flash, movies, audio. They want to do video, everything embedded right in the HTML email, and that kind of stuff just doesn't work. Some email programs can't support it, and others that could support it, there's no way it would work anyway, because the antivirus programs that your recipients are using will block risky stuff too, like JavaScript, ActiveX, and Flash, and things like that. Look at all of the spam that you get every day, analyze how they wrote it and what they did, then don't do any of that. Because I'm just shocked at how many email marketers send out their first campaign and it looks exactly like spam. They use all caps, they use tons of exclamation points in their subject line, they use big giant red fonts, things like that, and you just don't want to be screaming like a used car salesman.
If you're doing a very simple seeding strategy, which might be just emailing out to, say, your contact list or anyone else's contact lists, keep it simple. Do not try and over-design some sort of fancy HTML-based email. It will just look like a tacky newsletter or a sales piece. Keep it very, very simple, and you'll get a surprising amount of click-through.
The subject line helps people decide whether they want to open your message or not. And the message text will also decide whether they want to keep it or continue reading it for future messages. So avoid terms like free, exclamation points, things like that are flags. The word urgent is also flagged. Spam filters sometimes pick those up and automatically decide that this message is spam, then go and file it into the bulk mail folder so your message doesn't actually get delivered to the inbox.
I think the best thing about email marketing is you can tell exactly how successful it is. You don't need to guess what gets people opening your emails or clicking the links. You've got all the stats there in front of you, so you can see exactly what's working. And having those stats means you can tell exactly how much money you're making for your business. And that means you also know for every single percentage point of improvement you get, you know exactly how much extra profit that means for your business.
The best thing you can do is to test various things in your newsletter. Test the subject line, test the frequency, test the content, test the layout, tweak it a little bit, and you can see what kind of open rates click rates, other response rates that you get.
So done right, email marketing can be one of the most powerful and cost-effective elements of your marketing mix. To get more tips from the experts, click the link now.